Alright, some of your web pages are starting to get a little bit more advanced, and some of you are experimenting with backgrounds. So I'm going to show you how to do a proper background. Usually images do not make good backgrounds. Let me give you an example. This is a website, one of the chicken websites someone did, and they have a navy background, which is good because they're navy on white. But let's say we replace the background with the chicken image. And what you're going to see is the person had a good idea. They wanted chickens everywhere, but it results in not being able to read the text. Even if you change the text to black, you're not going to be able to read it. It doesn't matter. It's very hard on the eyes. So I'm going to teach you how to use Paint Shop Pro to make a textured background in order to put for your background if you'd like to do something different. So open up Paint Shop Pro. Now that Paint Shop Pro is open, I'm going to choose a background color. We'll do purple and gold since that's our school colors. So I'm going to do a new image. Let's try 400 by 400. Foreground color, because that purple is my foreground color, so I do foreground. Okay, so alright, I got a background color. Now I'm going to use the background color of gold. I want to choose gold, a little darker maybe. Alright, I want to be able to make a background that's textured but not so obvious that I can't read text on it. So I'm going to use the airbrush tool. I'm going to go to tool options. Under paper texture, I'll choose, let's do clouds to start off with. I also want to see the size. The size is pretty big. Opacity is how hard it is. So when I take this and I spray it over, you really don't see anything. So what I'm going to do is actually switch these. And what that gives me is kind of a textured background. What I'll do is go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as BG for background. We'll save it as a JPEG. I'm going to go to Student Work, HTML, Factory, and save it as BG, JPEG. So now when I go to the website and I choose background equals, I'm going to do bg.jpg, and you'll see it has a textured background. It's tiled, but you still can read your text if I change the text back to white like it should be. So that's how you can get a textured background, something different besides just a bland color. But you can go crazy with this stuff. You can choose a different texture. You could do fog. You can do granite. And if I save my changes and I go direct to Philly and I preview it again, you'll see the changes there. And the goal is to make your image so that you don't see a border here. So I didn't do a very good job of making it uniform because you can see the borders. Another thing you could try is like if you wanted to do a letter theme. I think they got letters up here. You can just spray it across like that. Alright, I'm going to save my changes, preview and Arachnophobia again, and there you really can't see where one image starts and one stops, so that's a pretty good job of making it consistent throughout. And I'll do one more. Large bricks is pretty easy to do, so I'll do save the image, go to Arachnophobia and preview it again, and then you have a brick background. So that's a way you can do it. And again, you can choose whatever colors you want, but one needs to be dark and one needs to be light. And then when you use your tool options, make sure you choose a paper texture and that your opacity isn't too dark. If I did 100%, see how dark it is, and then I've defeated the purpose of using a light background. So hopefully that'll help you make a more exciting background.